All right, so this is a "What Does It Mean" series. So, what does it mean? And let me get the banners going on up here. So first and foremost, we actually have to kind of, before we talk about even baptism by fire, like what that really means, we sort of have to clarify a number of terms. And we're going to start with the term baptism itself.
Right.
So if you want to lead us in the way of what baptismo means, sir.
Baptism, and we've gone over this a number of times in a number of different TikToks, and I think we've even done an episode addressing baptism once before. I don't remember. I feel like we've done an episode dedicated solely to baptism, but it's a mikvah, right? A ritual washing, a purification ritual, right? And it's strictly ceremonial, right? It's not an actual, like, hop in the shower and scrub yourself down kind of thing. This is for the purpose of rendering oneself ritually pure, right? For the purposes of approaching God.
Yeah, and a baptism generally, like a mikveh, also we covered in there. I'm sure we covered it actually because it's coming back. Represents a change in legal status,
Right.
whether that be a conversion, and so, like, for the example of conversion, in fact, you would usually convert into a particular type of Judaism, and that particular type of Judaism has legal authority over you from that conversion point onwards. And so this is why, when you see the phrase "get baptized in the name of," like Yeshua, like sometimes you see all three present, like in Matthew 28:19. Other times, like in Acts, you see just the name of Yeshua present. The idea is you're doing a conversion status through the baptism, a change in legal status into the halachic authority of Yeshua, of Yeshua's halacha. And halacha is a Hebrew word for basically law, actually. Torah is not really the best word for, it doesn't really mean law.
Instruction is a more accurate.
For
Torah.
But you'll often see, like, if you open up a prayer siddur, there's a section of the Mishnah, and if you read it in English, it says, walk not after his ways, read not ways, but read laws. And if you read that in Hebrew, it's playing off of the word ways, haloch, and it said, read not ways, haloch, read instead halach. And it translates in English as law, which is actually a better representation of what halacha kind of means from the Jewish perspective. It's like legal authority. So anyway, so baptism is, and it can mean something like immersion, which actually is the literal definition, right? It's to be immersed. And that is an important difference that we're going to have to kind of look at when we consider. So we tend to think of baptism in the Christian mindset as being like being baptized in the Holy Spirit, like of just like receiving something. And so sometimes there have been some misconceptions that the baptism by fire phrase means to receive the Holy Spirit in the form of tongues of fire at the Pentecost event. I've seen some argue that when Yeshua or John the Baptist is using this phrase, that it's a look forward to the Pentecost event. We're going to argue that that's not the case. And we're going to get into why. So,
right.